ended up moving to New York, and I was the only one living in New York.
Okay.
Going through everything and more. But that's why Puerto Rico. My mom, she was living there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a situation where perfecto, se dio ya. Aquí tengo el primer episodio. It's gonna be in English and Spanish, so I hope you guys have the opportunity to understand everything. I'm gonna make sure that you guys get the subtitles and everything. So the first episode, I'm very happy and very humble that I had the opportunity to record this one with my good friend, Catalino. Hi, Carolina, how you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm impressed. Like, honestly, I'm impressed. Like, all this is a really good idea. I love it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, hopefully we had the opportunity to add value, to make sure that we inspire some people. So I'm very happy that you accepted my invitation, and let's see what we can do. All right?
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
I'll try to behave. So.
Well, we'll see. So first off, I'm sorry, my voice is lost. I just came from a business trip, and there was a lot of talking and a lot of emotions and stuff like that. So I want you guys to bear with me with that. Okay? So first off, Carolina, take me back on your time. Like, do you know that you wanted to be an actress? Do you know that you wanted to be in this world whenever you were growing up? Tell me about it. How about it?
Oh, yes, definitely. Since I was a little girl, I remember seeing myself in front of the mirrors, like posing and always looking cute, trying to look cute, like modeling and doing all kind of stuff, dancing all the time. So I always knew that I wanted to be on TV. What I wanted to be, I didn't know because I was a little girl. But I knew that it has to be involved, like in front of the cameras, not behind.
Okay.
That's my thing. So yes, but as I was growing up, I started as a model.
Okay.
I started like doing music videos. Everybody knows in New York. When I moved to New York, before I was living in Puerto Rico, that's what I raised.
Okay.
That's how everything started. It was basically in Puerto Rico. I went to a casting call, and that's how I met my first casting director, my first agent, and from that I started like doing commercials and all that stuff. And then when I was a teenager, I moved to New York, and that's when my modeling, music video vixen type of career started.
Okay.
And yes, from that, like everything just being like happening, like I didn't plan to be a TV host.
Okay.
And it just happened. And yes.
Good. God works in weird ways.
Yep.
But take me back to whenever you were a little girl. Were you the type of girl that was like trying to be showing off to everybody, like making sure like, hey, here, I want your attention? Did I participate, do you participate in a lot of like school plays? Did everybody around you say like, she's gonna be somebody?
You know what? I will say that was a combination, because I was always down for everything, but at the same time I was kind of shy sometimes. So it was more like, it depends around what kind of people I was surrounded, or like if I was with my friends, I was like always moviéndome, and I wasn't never ever like a normal girl. Like I was always hanging out with little boys. It was only me, like 20 little boys, and I was the only girl. So I was just weird. I was never normal. And yes, I remember when I went to when I was in high school, the only class, because I was very lazy at school, I gotta say that, yeah. The only class that I passed with A, like perfect, it was my theatrical, like my theater class. That was the only class that I had an A. All the other ones were like D and C. I was a horrible student, like, yes. So.
That's funny. That's funny. So you knew that you had a calling for this type of life, right?
Yes, definitely. I always knew what I wanted to be. I always knew that it was hard because I wasn't really. We were kind of broke.
Okay.
I gotta be honest. And then living in the yard when I was a very little girl, we were bad. Then when I moved to Puerto Rico, I started like working since I was very, very young, helping my mom, trying to make some money. I remember I used to make like $10 a week, helping my mom to clean houses. Yes, I come from there, and I'm so proud of what I'm coming from, and it's not a shame, like,
Exactly.
I'm so proud of everything that I went through, because it's what made me who I am right now.
And let me tell you, I'm happy that you're mentioning that because people see the glam, they see the shows, they see you on TV, they see you in movies, and they see all this going on, but they don't actually see the background, their story. They don't see that you actually struggle, because it happens to me. Like I came from Dominican Republic, like you did, and in order for me to get here, I had to go through a lot of shit, man. And I'm glad that you mentioned that. But tell everybody how was that life? How was that life like? For your parents, you said that that you guys didn't have the finances and stuff like that. Can you elaborate a little more into that?
Sure. Yeah, so I was raised when I moved to Puerto Rico. I was living with my mom, single mom, my two sisters, and I was just doing everything because I was very young, but I always knew that I want money. I like making money, even if it was like $2, $3. I put it aside. I like to dress up nice. But when it came to like cleaning and doing the stuff that I was doing to make money, I was like, I don't care. I'll do it. But then you see me walking on the street looking all cute. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. But then I started like, my life started like improving and getting much better because I was just working, getting stuff done and getting better jobs and yes, I mean, everybody that knows me personally, they know I'm a fucking hustler. I will get shit done, and I will kill myself if I gotta do something. When I say that I'm doing something, I'm doing it, and until I get it, forget it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep going. So, yes.
And that's good. That's good. So my next question will be, you went from Dominican Republic. Why did you guys go to Puerto Rico? What was the main reason on the transition?
Okay,
Those finances.
That's a really good question. Nobody asked me those questions. I like that. Now people is gonna know everything about me.
Well, I mean, that's the idea.
Right?
We want people to know who's the real Carolina Catalino. They all see her in TV, they all see her in magazines and all this going on, but they don't see like the inside.
The real me.
Exactly, and that's the whole idea of this.
Okay, so when I was little, my parents they got divorced, and I remember my mom moved to Puerto Rico so she can be close to us while we were still in Dominican Republic, and that's why we went to Puerto Rico because my mom was living in Puerto Rico so she can be closer to Santo Domingo.
Okay.
And then eventually, after I was living in Puerto Rico, like always, I was like, okay, I'm out, peace out. And I was a teenager, and I was like, I'm out, And I ended up moving to New York, and I was the only one living in New York.
Okay.
Going through everything and more. But that's why Puerto Rico, because my mom, she was living there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a situation with your parents. Okay. So now let's talk about the industry a little bit.
Okay.
You got into New York, and you already knew that you wanted to go into that world, or it took you a minute for you to figure it out?
Well, when I got to New York, I was fresh off the boat. Yes. No English, no jobs, broke as fuck. Yes, I was broke, and I was basically living in rooms, like sharing apartments and stuff like that. and just trying to hustling as much as I could so I can make money and support myself and going through everything. So, but like always, things in my life always happen when I least expect it. And I remember when I used to walk on the street, people used to be like, "Are you a model?" Like everybody knew that I have something. Because even if I was broke, I always, you see me walking, like I got this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people never guessed that I was broke and that I was going through everything. So that's basically how everything started. Like I went to Puerto Rico and I started like going to auditions, doing my music videos, and then from that I started doing my commercials in New York as well. And like everything was just getting together, like without even planning. Like it was just happening. I started like meeting people, the right people, and stuff like that. And that's basically, that's basically what happened.
So tell me, what was the first project that you were involved in? Like something that started opening doors for you?
I would say, I would say that when I was doing the videos, I got more exposure when I was doing there was a video that I did with 50 Cent.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was the director. That's how we met. Yeah, we met on set, and from that, like, we became cool. I was doing photo shoots for his clothing line as well. But Beamers, Benz, and Bentley is one of the videos that I will say. Everybody saw me everywhere, and from that, I started getting like phone calls and like getting booked more. And one day, okay, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was just fixing my hat. Okay. Go ahead.
So yes, that's basically, I would say that video, it really like opened a lot of doors for me. But I was a video vixen, and I don't know if people remember back in the days, this was like 7 years ago, maybe something like that. It was all about like girls checking their ass, and music videos were like really bad, and we really had like really bad reputation when it comes to like models in videos.
Okay.
And I was always one of those that said, okay, I'm gonna do my music videos, but I'm not gonna be shaking my ass. I think I check my ass more now on Instagram, but back in the days, I was like, no, I'm gonna be cute, I'm gonna be sexy, but I'm not gonna be trashy. Like
Okay.
I always pay attention to what I was doing because I didn't want to look bad.
Okay.
And then from doing my videos and all that stuff, all the magazines that I did, and within so many other things that I was doing, I remember one day I was invited to an event. It was a Dominican Fashion Week. It was a Fashion Week in New York, but it was a Dominican one.
Okay.
And they were interviewing me. Like, it was some people from some TV show, and they're like, hey, Carolina, let me talk to you, whatever, ask some questions. And then after we finished the interview, the guy was like, hey, do you want to be our host in our show, like doing interviews? And like always, I said yes. I didn't even know how to do interviews. I was like, yes, of course. Oh yeah, whatever. When you need me, like as a hustler. And next thing you know, I went to my first interview with them.
Okay.
I remember it was this girl from Spain, and she was an artist, whatever. I forgot to put my mic on. Yes. And the interview didn't work. But that thing right there, like just doing the interview and talking to the artist, I just fell in love with that. And I was like, this is what I want to do. So I've been everywhere. I tried everything. And that's actually one of my problems too, because I want to be multitasking and do too many things at once. And so from being a music video girl, I became a TV host. I did another show that I hosted for Comedy Central. That's another job that really, really opened a lot of doors for me.
Okay.
I was hosting with Jana Jameson, the porn star.
Okay.
Trina, the rapper, and Rosa Costa, another Dominican that everybody knows her. And I was, next thing you know, from that interview with the Dominican, whatever happened, I kept just doing interviews, and I got hired in another TV show. Then this other project that I'm telling you with Trina and all those girls, they also sexual, and it was like for Comedy Central with all the top comedians, including Michael Blackson. That's how I met Michael Blackson. This is like 8 years ago.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yo, and from that, it was just like everything. It was so like happening for me. Of course, I'm still in the process of, getting better as what I do. Now I basically know exactly what I want because that was my problem, and it kind of like delayed my, how can I say, my career. Because I went from modeling to hosting, and I kind of like put my acting to the side, and then I was just doing hosting, and like sometimes you just want to be in one thing. Right now, my acting is my number one thing, and this is what I'm putting all my energy and all my stuff. So
Good.
yes.
Wow, that's very interesting. I knew that you were in Comedy Central, but I didn't know that was something that opened a lot of doors for you. So
Yes.
that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody sees Hollywood, and they see like, oh my gosh, I want to be there. But is the industry as easy? Is it hard? It's very competitive. Tell me a little bit more about that. Tell everybody a little bit about that.
I gotta be honest, like always. I'm 200% honest. I always say what I feel, what I think is whatever. So I don't care, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not fucking easy at all. It's not easy at all, especially dealing with so many. Can you say that? I guess it's too late now.
I will make sure. I will make sure that
We beep.
to beep it or whatever.
All right. Dealing with so many guys that they just want to take advantage of you.
Tell me one story.
Okay, this happened. This happened within so many other stories, but this happened in New York, right?
Okay.
I went to do a fitting for a magazine shoot. This was in Manhattan, and this guy, I went to try it on my clothes and everything, because you gotta try the clothes before whatever you're wearing for the photo shoot before the day happens, so everything can be ready.
Okay.
So I remember it was just me and the guy, and I was like, this is weird, because it should be more models, it should be more people, but I kind of like knew the guy and I trusted him. Okay. So I was like, okay, cool, let me just start putting my clothes on, whatever, fitting my clothes. So I remember the first clothes that I wear was like, okay, get on your knees. I'm like, the fuck? Like, is this the pose that you want me to do? Like, I was so fresh. Like, I didn't really get the point. Yo, he didn't mean it like that. He was like, get on your knees, and I got on my knees. I thought he was gonna take some pictures, like, I don't know. And when he came closer to me, and I was like right there on my knees, he just came closer and he started like putting his pen. Yo, I was like, oh my gosh, I was just praying inside me, but I was at the same time I was so pissed. I was like, this are you kidding me? Like, is this what you're bringing me here for? Yo, I went crazy. And I was like, imagine this guy rape me here. Like, who's gonna find me here? Like, it was nobody around. Wow. And I say, wow, I don't know how I got my Bronx, Gemini, and Dominican mood all messed up, and I don't know, I just lost it. I went like, I almost killed a motherfucker, and seriously, yo, and then I was like, you know what, I changed, and I just run out of there, and I never saw him again in my life. Never, ever, ever, ever. Wow. So, yes, that was real. And he's somebody that if I tell people who it is, they'll be like, what? Oh no, I can't believe you, because it's this person that everybody respects so much.
Oh wow, so it's a very famous person.
Yes, he was somebody, he was kind of like a producer type of thing.
Wow,
yes.
That's crazy. So, you tell me that the industry, there's a lot of people that take advantage of girls that are coming up, right?
Mm-hmm, definitely. It's a lot of people that they want to use you and abuse you. But I'm not gonna say everything is bad in the industry. I'm not gonna say that, especially now with the Me Too hashtag Me Too. Like, everybody has to be very careful. Like, everybody knows what's that, because next thing you know, you're gonna be exposed out there, and nobody wants to be seen as a harassment, whatever. So they more careful now. But back before, like back in the days, it was terrible. It was really, really bad. Especially if it's somebody like me, I was always how can I say, like, I was always by myself. I didn't have a team supporting me. I was hustling myself. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have an agent to go and talk for my, with the people for my business or whatever I was going to get into it.
Okay.
So people saw that and they just always wanted to take advantage of that. But they didn't know I'm freaking Dominican. And you know what? I'm by myself. But, I will just I will kill you. I don't care who you are. I will be straight out like, dude, like, no, like, cut it out. And if I don't have to work with you because you're being disrespectful, I wouldn't just work with you.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
I always said, I know there's a lot of guys that wanted to take advantage of us, or they try, but there's also so many women out there that they want to play the game, And for example, let me not talk too much because I get in trouble talking too much.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give my view, like my point of view. There's so many women that they know what they're getting into it, but they just gonna keep playing the game just to see what they can get out of it. So and then they wanna play the victim. Oh, he tried to rape me when I was like, bitch, you knew where you're going. Like you knew. Like stop playing the victim now because you know what you were putting yourself into it. Like things happen, obviously, but if you're smart, you walk out of it and you just cut it. Like you put a stop on the whatever guy or whatever situation is. So don't try to like you don't know what you're putting yourself into. Like,
oh, wow.
So not everybody's bad. Not everything is bad in the industry, especially if you know what you want and you respect yourself.
Correct.
You always have your limits.
Correct.
That's basically my opinion, and that's the way I work.
So now let me ask you, if it's up to you, let's say you're the person making decisions in the industry, what will you change to make sure that people coming up have more opportunities and stuff like that? What would you change?
What I will change?
Yeah. If it's up to you, like this has to change, what that thing will be?
I think it should be more. It should be more about the talent of the person, the actress, that whatever it is. That I will, because there are so many people also that is about if you sleep with them.
Oh. So their
you get opportunities.
Okay.
Yes, and it's also a lot about like the relationship with who you have with them, like meaning like if you know somebody and that person know, like how can I say this? ¿Cómo lo puedo decir? Como que tú ahí me
Yeah, we'll make sure that
translate.
Yeah.
So I mean como que a veces la relación que tú puedas tener con otra persona y esa persona te introduce con alguien y ya por eso te dan la oportunidad a ti. And sometimes
conexiones.
Yeah, sometimes it's like there's so many talented people out there, and just because we don't get in front of the right people, it never happened. So I think it should. If I can change something, I will say I will give more opportunity to the people that really want to get in front of the right people. Basically,
got it.
Basically that. Yes. Or, yeah, that's basically it.
Good. So you want to basically to make sure that it's just about the talent.
Yes.
It's not about the politics.
Yeah.
Okay, so it happens everywhere, basically.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Like, I also noticed that now with the social media, everybody knows how big is the social media, and social media just changed lives to a lot of people.
Correct.
And I love social media, but something that I just don't agree, and maybe people I'm gonna think I don't know, whatever. But there are so many social media models, right, or Instagrammer or whatever, that they haven't even take a freaking acting class, and next thing you know, you see them in a freaking movie, and there's people that has been trying for so many years that is more prepared, that is more like, that has been working harder to be in a freaking, even to get book or even to get a freaking casting, like, it's so hard for so many people. And just because she's an Instagrammer showing everything, which I'm not complaining because I show a lot in my account, yes. Yeah, whatever. But I also do my work. Like, I've been doing so much, like I've been working on my career, on my craft, because I need to get better at what I do. So to me, that's not fair. But okay, I get it. Like, if it works for you, cool, good for you. But my point is, like, why those people that they really are very prepared, they know what they're doing, they've been working on their craft for so many years, and they can even get a freaking audition, like they can even get in front of the casting person, like the casting director, and then somebody, just because she's showing everything, she booked, like, that's not fair to me. But if it works for some girls, good.
Makes sense.
Yes,
Makes sense.
it is what it is.
So,
I'm hating, yes.
I believe that happens everywhere. I play sports, and there's people, I know people, and sometimes that person winds up having the job of having the opportunity to play on top of you because maybe their family is related to the coach or whatever. So there's a lot of different. There's politics, and there's a lot of, like, who do you know, type of deal. So it sucks that happens, but I know at some point, real talent will show up, and and people will have their shot at some time, So tell me about your projects. Like, what are you currently doing? Like, what's going on right now?
What's going on right now? Like I said before, I've been working more in my acting career. This is what I want to do. Like, I knew that I want to do this, but I was doing the whole scene. I was doing modeling. I was doing so many things. But right now, I've been going to my acting school. Like, I've been training myself a lot. I've been going more to auditions and all that.
Okay.
So this is it.
Okay. So, any movies coming up? Any shows coming up? I mean, I don't want you to spill the beans,
but I never give a lot of information because it happens before. But people know that I hustle. Well, right now I don't have anything lined up, but I've been going a lot to auditions. There's a movie coming out, yes.
Okay.
I play the role of Eve, and we're waiting on that. I already filmed that, and I was so proud of myself. I was like, yes, it's happening. So, yes, there's stuff coming up. But basically, I'm getting more, I'm working harder to get better.
Okay.
I know that I need to work on my craft a lot. And this is what I'm basically doing, like putting all my energy, all my effort, everything, all my time. Because I know when I started, everything is going to boom, boom, boom. And it's happening, thank God.
That's good. And you know some people, so that's good.
Yeah, I know some people, and people think that will help me, and let me tell you something.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Okay.
I was dating a big time director in Hollywood.
Okay.
He's gonna kill me, and I'm not gonna mention his name.
Don't do it. Okay.
But sometimes people, but that doesn't really mean that you will get it like this.
Okay.
The first thing he told me was, I don't give a fuck if you're my girl. I don't give a fuck if you're cute. You gotta show me that you can act. And I always say things happen for a reason, and I think one of the reasons why God wanted me to get involved with him is because of that. Because after I started like having my thing with him or being, whatever, I was like, okay, he kind of like pushed me to what I have to be, which is what I am right now. So thanks to him, I was like, okay, so I gotta work more, like gotta work harder, and maybe I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if one day he's gonna hire me. I don't know if he's gonna help me. But what I know right now is that I thank to him, I'm more clear on what I want and what I'm going for, basically. So, and yes, I know a lot of people, but I never asked nobody like, oh, can you help me with this? Can you help me? I'm like, no, like, if you really want to help somebody, you will just do it. You know, like, especially if we're friends. So, well, hopefully when they see me more serious, because that's another thing. Like, I was just like a little chapulín. My ex, my ex is an actor. He's a really good actor, by the way. Like, everybody knows him. And I learned a lot from him and from being with him in my relationship with him. He used to tell me, Niña, you need to focus. Like, you're just like a little chapulín here, and there. You want to be everywhere. I'm like, well, J-Lo can do it. Why I can do it? Well, J-Lo, she's already set up and she's J-Lo.
Correct.
So, and I learned now that, yes, he was totally right. He was totally right. Now I'm just like, straight up into my thing, and I can't see nowhere. This is all I'm doing, and yes.
Good. So, I have one question.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to go into the Dominican Republic industry? You know, the movies and shows and all that, in the industry has been growing in the art. So, have you tried to go there or?
Well, I'm gonna be very honest.
Okay.
I have to.
Go ahead.
And this is a really good one. I remember when I was doing my hosting, when I used to work for the Extremo Extremo, everybody knows this TV show. It's one of the top ones in Dominican Republic, and they also airs a show in United States.
Okay.
So I remember when I started doing my interviews for my hosting for the Extremo Extremo, a lot of people try to block me for no reason.
Oh, wow.
To the point that, and I don't care, I would even say his name, the producer from the show, I remember, he kicked me out of the freaking show just because, no.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say his name.
Okay.
But you know what? This is stuff that people need to fucking listen, because usually in DR, most of them, the higher you are, the more you treat the little ones bad, and you know it's true.
Yeah.
So just because he invited me to go out and have a drink with him, and I said no, I don't drink, and I didn't get the point. Like, he was basically taking me out, like he wanted to take me out. I said no. He kicked me out from the show for no reason, and nobody told me anything. I just got basically fired. They kicked me out from the show for no reason, and I cried for like 2 weeks, because it was like, when I was working in that show, I was so happy. Everything was happening so well for me, and I was like, but why they kicked me out? Like, what did I do? Like, everybody loved me. Like, why? And then I find out that it was because I didn't want to go out with him.
Oh, wow.
And yes. So, unfortunately, in our country, they try to block you when you're doing well, when you're trying to, unless you are part of their little group, or I don't know, like, I don't even know how to say it. I haven't really, I don't know. I would love to. It's my country, it's my language, it's my people. But you know what? Like, I'm not putting any effort to even try, to be honest, because I just don't like the way they work sometimes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Not everybody's like that.
Everybody.
I have to be clear, because I know some people who are really, really good in the industry, and they're really fair. So not everybody's like that. So, Carolina, I wanna ask you one question, and is, if you had the opportunity to tell your viewers, your followers, your massive amount of followers that you have, if you had the opportunity to tell them, like, hey, follow your dreams, what would you tell them? Like, try to encourage your people.
I get that question a lot. Especially, there's a lot of girls that they DM me, and they always ask me, oh my God, I want to do what you're doing. I always said, the main thing is knowing what you want, what you like, what's your goal. That's the number one thing. You need to have a goal. You need to work non-stop. You need to work, and just focus in. I don't know if I say that.
Focus.
I don't know if I'm saying a bad word, focus.
Just focus.
Right. You need to really focus in your goal. and just work and just keep going and do not stop. That's basically what I will say. But the main thing is to have a goal and know what you want. That's the main thing. Because if you don't know where you're going, it's like, okay, what I'm working for, like, no, it doesn't work like that. You need to know where you want in life and just work non-stop. Don't worry about, things are going to happen, of course. Not everything is perfect. It's going to be hard. But you just got to keep going. Like when I moved to New York, I remember I didn't know how to say hello. I'm still struggling with my accent and all that, but I didn't know English at all. And I have that struggle. I remember it was so bad to the point that sometimes I was like, I wanted to say something and I didn't know how to say it and I just wanted to cry. And yeah, so I went through all the stuff and now it's like, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's being easier and everything is just, it's working for me. I can complain.
Okay. Send a message to everybody that is watching this, that's going to watch this.
Hi, everybody. This is us. I just want to thank you for having me. I'm your first guest on the show. I'm like, yeah. And I just wanted to say thank you, guys. Thank you to all my followers. Thank you to everybody that is always supporting me and sending me all this beautiful message on my social media or anywhere. I sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, they really like my craziness because they still here. Thank you very much for your support and a lot of blessings for all of you. And this is your girl, Catalino. You can follow me on, if you don't follow me already, you can follow me on my Instagram, Catalino. I'm sure he's going to put it somewhere here. It sounds so difficult to even spell it. But yes, Catalino.
Alrighty. Well, Carolina, thank you very much for making this happen. I'm very happy that, finally we got you here. And, thank you for being the first one. And I'm very excited to see where the future is taking you. I know you're gonna go. I know you're gonna go far.
Amen.
So I just wanna be here, to have the opportunity to see you grow and everything. Okay.
Thank you, and good luck with your. I love it. I really like it. I'm like, wow. I didn't know you have that side too. Like I thought it was just about business, but
yeah.
Good luck with everything.
I'm a multi-dimensional.
I see. I'm impressed.
Well, thank you, guys. That's it for today, okay? Well, thank you everybody for watching this video. If you really like this video, what do they have to do?
You gotta subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel.